What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's good? What's up? What's up? It's me, L Teddy 27, with my Chronicles of an Angry Teacher, because I'm a teacher and I'm angry all the time and I need to chronicle that. Anyway, so new show sent to me by the production team for it. Shots out to them for reaching out to me to review their show, and I am so excited, so elated to do that, to offer them my opinions, so forth. I teach writing. I am a writer, so I'm always interested in new shows to get into and to give my thoughts on it. Roast, gag, talk about the ins and outs and all of that good stuff. The name of this show is Single Man Problems. And it's a it's an interesting show. We'll talk about it. We're gonna do, this is season 1, and we're gonna do episodes 1 through 4 in this review. Now, the good thing about it is that all of the episodes are short. Each of them are shorter than 10 minutes. So that's good, but I will say sometimes it leaves more to be, it leaves you wanting more. So, yeah. So let's get into this. So, as I go into my extensive notes. So we start off episode 1 with learning the main character. His name is Ronnie. His name is Ronnie Maxwell. And Ronnie we start off, he's getting ready for a blind date that his best friend Emmanuel hooked him up with. Now, Ronnie got on this outfit that I'm looking like, and I'm like, girl, what do you have on? He has on this jean jacket, no shirt, but has on this skinny straight tie and some jeans or some pants or whatever. Anyway, just to describe him, he wears glasses. Y'all know I have a thing for men with glasses. Anyway, he has a low fade. He's chocolate brown skin, on the darker side. Really attractive guy. He's attractive. Body is decent. Decent enough. Anyway, so he's going on a blind date with this dude. So he's in the bathroom getting ready. Dude just busts in the bathroom, whips out and starts peeing, and then leaves the bathroom. Now Ronnie is washing his hands, so dude naturally cannot wash his hands while Ronnie is at the sink. So he walks out. I didn't even think that much about it. I was wondering why Ronnie did not, pay more attention to what the guy was working with. Anyway, he was all fixated with the fact that the guy did not wash his hands. And so Ronnie turns into this complete germaphobe, because then as he's walking out of the door to the bathroom, he uses his jacket to open the door, and there's this whole like he's, and I'm in my mind like, do you know how many hundreds of thousands of doors you've opened after someone who came out of a bathroom without washing their hands? Most men don't wash their hands anyway when they go to the bathroom. So I'm like, get over yourself. Anyway, so when he goes outside, the blind date is talking to his best friend Emmanuel, and so the blind date reaches out his hand to shake Ronnie's hand as he's meeting him, and Ronnie was like, and so he just taps his hand and then goes and washes it all over his best friend's shirt, like, like it was nasty. I was like, nah, that's some rude ass, real punk ass shit right there. Like, that kind of made me go, I really side-eyed him. I was like, but girl, you over here with this nasty ass outfit trying to go on a fucking date with no fucking shirt on. But you got a problem with him. Make it make sense, Ronnie. Anyway, it was just rude as hell. Just disrespectful. So the next day, Ronnie is going through dating apps, and so forth. He's not getting any real good luck. He's what which was really not believable to me because Ronnie is not an unattractive guy. Because all of the people kept saying, not into dark skins, light skin, team light skin, not into dark skin. So that part was a bit unbelievable because Ronnie's aesthetic is enough where if he goes on any dating app, they're going to hit him up. But I'll let them run with that narrative. You know what I'm saying? I'll let them run with it. Anyway, so his best friend just got through having sex or having a romping hey with his girlfriend or whatever. And then they talk after the girlfriend leaves and he says, listen, if you want, you could, use my picture and find you some dick or some ass or whatever it is you get into because the best friend is straight. And he was like, because Emmanuel is straight. He's like, listen, you gotta get you something at some point. So, sorry y'all, it's late. Where's my drink? Anyway. And so after that, he tells him, just see what it is, to get somebody to, show you a good time. So he lets him use his pictures. So Ronnie puts his pictures up and his messages go from 0 to like 50 or so after he wakes up from a nap. And that's where it goes off for episode 1. So episode 2, we start off with Ronnie. He meets somebody on this dating app and he calls, I think the boy's name was Dream Boy or something like that. So his roommate and best friend Emmanuel comes in with this tiny ass engagement ring. I mean, that shit was tiny as fuck. I was like, who was you giving that to? No, you wouldn't even wear that tiny ass shit in your ear. Okay? Like, you wouldn't even wear that tiny ass shit as a nose ring, okay? A mess. Just a damn mess. Talk about he gonna propose to his girlfriend. Now, I wanted them to tell me why the fuck was Ronnie sleeping on his best friend's couch? Like, is he staying with the best friend? Is he homeless? Like, I wanted to know that backstory. Like, what happened that landed him sleeping on his best friend's couch? I really wanted to know that. And I think that they should have done a better job of telling us that. So the best friend goes into his room while Ronnie is chatting with the dude on the little dating app or whatever. And so every so often the best friend keeps coming in and out, asking Ronnie, well, what do you think? Well, what about this? And it was just back and forth. That every time I didn't understand why Ronnie stopped chatting with the guy. You can't multitask. Hello, you can type in the chat and talk to your best friend at the same time so that you don't have to ignore the person on the chat. Or you could have told the person on the chat, give me a second, I got a situation with my best friend, I'm going to hit you back up in a minute. And that would have been the end of that. And that takes 30 seconds. I don't know why he was so pressed. I have no idea why he was so pressed. But he was. Anyway. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, anyway, it's like 2 in the morning. Anyway, so the best friend and Ronnie goes through this back and forth. So then, to me, it was bad acting. The actor that plays the best friend Emmanuel, I think he needs to do a better job of acting, and I think that the director needs to do a better job of conjuring up good raw emotion out of him. And I think the writers also need to do him a favor too and write a better script, because I think that this range of emotions that he goes through each time, like, it almost seemed like somebody with multiple personalities or something like that. Like, that, it was so disjointed, and it felt really erratic. It felt really erratic, and it was hard to follow. It was hard to follow. Like, I would say this episode was very hard to follow. The first episode was really pretty decent. And so what ends up happening is the best friend starts crying or something, and Ronnie slaps him and says, snap out of it. And the best friend said, you slap me one more time, you won't have nowhere to sleep. You won't be able to sleep, or something he said like that. But by the time Ronnie got back to the dude had done logged off. And At the end of the episode, we found out that the best friend's Emmanuel, his girlfriend, is planning on leaving and taking a job off in LA. And she accepted the job over there. But I must say about episode 2, it was very erratic. It seemed all over the place. The writing just seemed, there wasn't an arc. With writing, you have to have a line. It has to be linear. Yeah, you have peaks and valleys. But when I look at the overall picture of the writing, there should be an arc. Okay? And I just didn't get that here. Things weren't connected the way they should. It didn't seem plausible the way there was this range of emotions outside of someone who had multiple personalities. So then we had episode 3. Now in episode 3, Ronnie is just finished taking a shower. Now he gets out of the shower, immediately throws on the towel. Doesn't dry off at all. Now I don't know. Maybe I'm different like this. But last time I checked, when I get my stinking ass out the goddamn shower, I dry off. I don't just throw the towel around my waist and walk around wet out the shower. So he walked his wet ass out with the towel around his waist out into the living room. And he starts dancing. And the towel falls. And as the towel falls, he's dancing naked. And as he's dancing naked, Emmanuel comes in with his girlfriend. And they see him in his full glory. I mean, and it was real awkward. I really wanted this to be I really wanted to see the XXX version of this, because inquiring minds want to know what Ronnie is working with. I'm just saying, I really am curious to know what Ronnie is working with down there. I just want to know. Can we see it? Can we get the unpixelated version? I mean, I think that the writers have a version that people can pay for. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to have, you can have the one that's PC for like a YouTube or something like that. Then you can have the paid for version where you can see the full. I mean, even HBO gives us full frontal peen. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you could do the same. Give us the peen. Come on now. Come on now. Anyway, Ronnie tells him, Ronnie quickly puts on a towel, whatever, and tells them that he has a date, and they all surprised and everything. And so they start trying to find him help some clothes, and an argument ensues with the girlfriend and the best friend Emmanuel about him not helping Ronnie or whatnot, and it just seemed out of nowhere. And then like that, they were back happy again. Like there's a better way to script and write this. I could give you a lot of clues, but I'm not getting paid to write. So if I were getting paid to write, I could write you a phenomenal script that would make this make more sense. But since I'm not getting paid to write, I'm just going to tell you, do better. Anyway, so then after that, they start talking, and they're not mad at each other anymore, because he says, I'm going to take you on this Valentine's date. On Valentine's Day, we're going to go out to this expensive restaurant that you like. She's like, oh, that's my favorite restaurant, da 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 da. And it only costs $200 a meal. Now, I'm not saying that that's not an expensive meal. I'm not saying that. But I know restaurants where each person's meal could cost you $150. That or more. You know, a minimum of $150 or more. And that's where you start to get to the real pricey, expensive restaurants. But I'm going to let them have it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, $200 is not cheap by a long shot for one meal. Anyway, and so the girlfriend, you feel like, was trying to tell him that she was going to move to LA, but she didn't get a chance to because he cut her off. And then told her about, you know, the Valentine's Day dinner. And then when he got to the point where he asked her what she wanted to tell him, she was like, oh no, I just wanted to let you know I forgive you. She hasn't told him she's leaving yet. So then Ronnie shows the outfit that he got picked out for them. And I got a chance to really look at Ronnie. And I have to say, there's something about Ronnie and all of his awkwardness and all of his little quirks and idiosyncrasies that makes him, I mean, he's just, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, he's captivating. He's magnetic. He draws you in. You can't help but look at him, which makes him a great protagonist because you want to root for him because he's a very attractive guy. Very attractive. Like, he's the kind of guy that I would be like, yeah. And as attractive as in the show they try to make the best friend, like the best friend is tall, light-skinned, got the model looks. But for me, in my estimation, he's not that attractive. It's Ronnie who has the killer looks to me, which is why I found it so unlikely, or it didn't seem plausible, that he was on dating apps and nobody would be hitting him up. And he had to use the best friend's picture. But I guess. Anyway, so the dude is supposed to meet Ronnie, who's supposed to meet Ronnie, sends him a message and says, I need to tell you something. And that's where the episode goes off. Now, once again in this episode, the transitions and the segues from the different parts of the plot weren't written well. It seemed, again, disjointed. I see where the writers were trying to go, but the way they transition into the different plots in the storyline, parts of the plot, I should say, or moments in the storyline, the way they transition into them isn't quite done well. And there's a lot of backstory that we're still leaving out that may help the story. Because out of the blue, we got all of this. Oh, they engaged, and the girlfriend's leaving to go out of town. And, you know, we don't even know how long they've been together. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot that's being left out. And I know they're trying to fit a lot into, like, 10 minutes. But I still feel like in 10 minutes, you can do more than you've done. Anyway, and we're on episode 4. Now, on episode 4, the best friend, Emmanuel, and his girlfriend, they're out at this fancy restaurant that they talked about. It's Valentine's Day, so they're out. So, she gets up and she says, I gotta go powder my nose and go to the restroom. So she goes to the restroom. While she's at the restroom, some dude at the bar is checking, it keeps waving and giving Google eyes at Emmanuel. And he looking like, dude, what is your deal? And then the waiter, who's one of the girls, he's a, hey girl, hey. That's the waiter. His name is Hey Girl, Hey. So, Hey Girl, Hey bats his eyes and was like, yeah. Because he was like, he asked the waiter, can I find another table? And he was like, no. We're all booked. And besides, I want a table where I can check you out. And I was like, oh, child. Girlfriend comes out. He proposes with this tiny ass, once again, nose ring. Wedding ring. Lord. And Hey Girl, Hey comes over there like, I know you lying because you was just talking to me on blank dating app. And he was like, no, I wasn't. Hey Girl, Hey pulls out his phone and has receipts. Ain't this you, boo? Girlfriend sees that and slaps him and walks off like, she like, I know you the fuck lying, and walks the fuck out. And he is so embarrassed, and immediately he remembered, oh shit, I let Ronnie use my fucking picture for this gay dating app. And now that shit done came back to bite me in the butt, because now these guys think I'm gay and I'm not gay. And my girlfriend, how is he going to explain that to his girlfriend? There's no way to explain that away. A mess. A damn mess. So the girlfriend leaves and storms out. Child, Emmanuel is hot. He is hot as fish grease. You hear me now? He goes home and puts all of Ronnie's shit out the door. Ronnie goes on this date. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Ronnie is on this date. Ronnie meets up with the Dream Boy guy, who turns out to be one of his exes. A mess. And the ex was like, oh, I knew that was you, because I know when you started to use Emmanuel picture, that gave you away, so I knew it was you. So Ronnie think that the ex in some kind of way is trying to get back with him, but he ain't knowing the ex was like, nah, I just wanted to, see how you was doing, see what was going on with you. And the ex was like, well, let me at least walk you home. So they chit chat, catch up, I guess, on the old times that he walks back to Emmanuel's house. Child, girl, he walks to the door. Thank God the ex didn't walk in up the stairs with him. And baby, he see all his shit outside. He keep hammering on the door and trying to call Emmanuel. Emmanuel is sitting there on the kitchen floor crying with a bottle in his hand. Crying his guts out. I mean, Emmanuel, you do look like you a model, and you tall and you light skinned. I mean, you really expect us to believe you ain't never got bust down by some dude, or you ain't never bust some dude down? I venture to guess you done probably got bust down by a dude or two in your lifetime. Let it go, honey. You ain't that verklempt. You ain't that distraught. Girl, boom. Anyway, so basically he texts Emmanuel's ex Ronnie and say, you don't live here no more. But then in my mind I was like, but dude, you caused all of this. You told him to use your picture, and now all of a sudden you and your feelings, girl, get your damn life. Get the entirety of your whole goddamn life in order. Okay? Get your life in order. A mess. A damn mess. Finally, Ronnie texts the ex that he just went out with, and he was like, listen, I need a favor. Basically told him I need somewhere to stay because I don't got nowhere to stay. So he said, meet me at the same place we just left. So he on the bench over there crying his eyeballs out, boohoo crying. And I just wanted to go over there and hold him because he looks so sad. And he's so cute. And you don't like to see a cute grown man cry. And so some chick walks up and was like, yeah, I forgot the ex-boyfriend name. What is his name? Curtis? I think it was Curtis. Something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, she says, oh, he sent me to take you to the apartment. And so he was like, okay, I didn't know he had family in town. She was like, he don't. And he was like, oh, you're not his cousin? She was like, no, that's my boyfriend. I'm his girlfriend. And it goes off from there. And those are the first 4 episodes. Now, episodes 1 and 4 were not bad at all. They were not bad. 2 and 3 leave much to be desired. I'm curious to see how this plays out. I'm more curious to find out what's going to happen between Ronnie, his ex, and the ex's new girlfriend than I am with Emmanuel and his girlfriend. I figure it's going to end the same way with Ronnie's ex and his girlfriend as it did with Emmanuel and his girlfriend. But my point, well, Ronnie ends up fucking some shit up and gets kicked out because Ronnie's personality sometimes makes you not want to help him out. But I still want to know how the fuck does Ronnie end up in on sleeping on people's couches anyway. Like, what has happened? Was he thrown out of the house by his parents? Did he lose his job and got evicted? Like, what has happened? The only thing you have is a duffel bag full of clothing. Make this make sense. Give us the story. We gotta know this because I think that's integral to what makes Ronnie the way he is. So that was the first 4 episodes. I will be coming back with episodes 5 through 8. And y'all let me know what y'all think. I will do my best to get you a link when it comes out. I don't know that it's been released yet, but when it comes out, I will have a link in the description box to where you can find this series. And you can watch it and talk about it along with me in the comments section. Once again, thank you to the production team of this show that has thought it not robbery enough to allow me to review this show, and more information is to come once we finish all 8 episodes. Okay, that's all I got for y'all now. Until next time, I'm LTeddy27. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely.